Hello everyone and welcome to Island Technology's presentation on DrayTek VigorConnect. My name is Darren and I'm the Queensland sales rep at DrayTek Australia and New Zealand. Today I'll give you an overview of VigorConnect, covering its key features and how you or your customers can benefit by using this free centralised management system for DrayTek Vigor devices. If you have any questions during the video, please comment in the chat box on the right side of the screen and stick around at the end for a 5-minute Q&A session. Don't forget you can pause the video or skip back anytime if you'd like a longer look at anything or to hear it again. If you're watching this after the live premiere, please comment below or send an email to sales@draytek.com.au. So today's agenda has 6 topics. We'll start by looking at what VigorConnect is and then we'll go through how it works. We'll also look at VigorConnect features and the configuration required in CPE devices to allow communication. CPE incidentally stands for Customer Premises Equipment, which in this case refers to Vigor APs and switches. Then we'll look at managing CPE devices and the menu options available, and finally we'll go through the system requirements. So what is VigorConnect? VigorConnect is a TR069 based centralised management system for DrayTek Vigor devices on a local area network. It's free and can be downloaded from draytek.com.au or from draytek.com. It has a user-friendly interface, allowing system integrators or network administrators to configure, monitor and manage DrayTek devices remotely from the comfort of their offices or homes. The interface has a responsive display which automatically adjusts size and arranges content to suit a variety of different screen sizes on PCs, tablets and phones. As I mentioned, VigorConnect is free and it's available from DrayTek to manage and monitor up to 100 DrayTek access points and switches. The only caveat is that the devices need to be installed on the same local area network. So it's suitable for businesses with multiple DrayTek APs and switches located within a building on the same local area network who don't require the advanced functionality of Vigor ACS2 or ACS3 centralised management systems. Here we have a list of currently supported devices that can be managed by VigorConnect version 1.5.2. For APs, it includes all models other than the older Vigor AP 700, 800 and 900 models. Note there's a firmware requirement there, so make sure all devices have the latest firmware installed. You'll also find this list on VigorConnect product page on our website. Now let's have a look at how VigorConnect works. Basically, you just install the VigorConnect application on a suitable PC and it'll be able to connect to any Vigor AP or switch on the same network. VigorConnect utilises the TR069 standard for communication between the VigorConnect server and the CPE devices. TR069 is an application layer protocol for central management of end-user devices. It was developed for automatic configuration of modems, routers, gateways, access points and so on by using an auto-configuration server. There's several parameters required for communication between the VigorConnect server and the CPE devices. These are the VigorConnect URL, this is the internet address or IP address of the VigorConnect server. The periodic inform interval, this is the time period before the CPE device contacts the VigorConnect server. And the username and password. This is used to authenticate the CPE device on the VigorConnect server. In the TR069 communication process, the connection between the CPE device and the VigorConnect server isn't permanent. The CPE device establishes the connection with VigorConnect only at specific points in time determined by the periodic inform interval. It usually lasts several seconds, exchanging all necessary messages between the CPE and the VigorConnect server, and this short exchange of messages is called a provisioning session. A point to note is that the session can only be started by the CPE device. Here's a short video showing how to install and use VigorConnect. Keep in mind I put this video together with the initial version a couple of years ago, back before Vigor switches were supported, plus a few other recent additions, but the interface still looks much the same. Hello, in this video I'll show you the process of discovering access points on your LAN and adding them to the VigorConnect management console so they can be monitored and managed. VigorConnect can be installed on any PC running Windows 7 or higher. It's also recommended that all APs are running the latest firmware. The software can either be downloaded from this page on draytek.com.au, which you'll find under Products, Network Management Tools, VigorConnect, then just scroll down towards the bottom and click the download link. Or from the Downloads page under Support, Downloads, then scroll down to Software and click Download. It's also available on draytek.com. Once it's finished downloading, run the installation program. If you get this prompt from Windows Defender, click on More Info, then Run Anyway. Click OK and Next and Install, and that'll take a minute or so to install now. Near the end of the installation, you'll get this prompt to change any of the default parameters. If you don't need to change anything or you don't know what these settings are anyway, just click OK to that. Then click on Finish, then the setup wizard will close. We can also close that and the program will start automatically by opening a new tab in your default web browser. At the login prompt, enter the username root and password admin123 as well as the validation code. It's recommended to change the username and password for security reasons. Then you'll see a prompt to scan and set up APs using the wizard. I'll click no to that because we can come back to that later. To come back to the dashboard later, you can either bookmark this URL or you'll find an icon on the desktop of your PC to allow you to start the application manually. Now we're logged in and we're greeted with the dashboard page, and we're now ready to start discovering access points on the same LAN. To start the discovery process, click on the Discover button on the dashboard. Wait a few seconds and you'll see a list appear. Here we have one access point discovered. You'll need to change the username and password if those aren't the default values, and then click on Add. It may take a minute, but once added, it will appear in the unknown devices list as well as on the left over here in the device overview list. If you have any trouble adding an AP or if no APs are found after clicking the Discover button, make sure the Windows Defender firewall is turned off on the public network and try again. To change it to a known device and add it to a network, click the plus sign. We have selected root network here. Enter the device location and set to known device and click apply to save. Now we can go back to the main menu and find our new AP under the root network. Here we can select it and bring up its own dashboard page instead of the root network dashboard. This will give us lots of information about the AP status, such as the device name, IP address, the model, firmware version, and MAC address. It'll also show us which ports are active. And down the bottom here we can back up or restore configurations, download the latest config or reboot the app. One useful feature in VigorConnect is to load a floor plan of your building and use it to work out where the access points should be placed to achieve the best coverage. To do this, go back to the root network dashboard and down to monitoring. Click on floor plan, then click on add new profile. Enter a profile name, I'll call this one office. Then browse to the floor plan image we want to use. Once this is done, click on Continue, then click on Add Device, find our AP over on the right and drag it over to the required location on the map. If you can't see the whole floor plan, you can zoom out over here and then drag again to its proper location. Then save. Now we can click on Browse View and select our created profile to see our floor plan with the location of all the APs. Other monitoring features are alarms, logs, and rogue AP detection. Next, in the configuration menu, you can create configuration profiles for the access points, which can be rolled out to other APs in the network. Other functions in the system menu, down under maintenance, we can schedule backups, restore configs, we can upgrade firmware, set schedules, network management, we can delete APs we don't want anymore. System parameters. Under user management, we can see who's logged into VigorConnect, and in the About section, we can check for updates. Okay, I'll now go through some of the features of VigorConnect. The first feature we'll look at is device discovery, which we just saw in the video. Here, VigorConnect will automatically discover DrayTek Vigor access points and switches on the local area network and auto-configure the TR069 settings. For this to happen though, the Vigor devices will need to be at their factory defaults when installed on the network. The next feature is the network overview. Here you can group devices based on network assignment, such as guest room or office area, and monitor the devices for each network assignment. Next we have the dashboard view. This provides comprehensive details of device status such as AP online offline status, SSIDs, channels and clients. Here you can select a Vigor device to drill down into details for it and see details of its current usage and configuration all in one place. The monitoring feature will notify you if a device loses connectivity or when rogue access points are nearby. In addition, VigorConnect displays CPU and memory usage. The latest version now supports Syslog. To get to it, first show the hidden icons from the system tray per number 1 here, then right-click on the VigorConnect icon, then stop the application, then click on Setup. That'll then bring up this window with a bunch of configuration options under various tabs. Select the Syslog tab on the right to change any of the parameters. SNMP is also featured and set to run by default. Another feature in the latest version of VigorConnect is an S-Flow monitor. Keep in mind it only works with the 2280X and 2540X Vigor switches. I'll leave a link to more information about it in the description below. One handy feature we saw in the video is floor plan view. The floor plan image can be pretty much anything you like in most popular image formats, and once uploaded to VigorConnect you can then use it, for example, to arrange access points to work out how to give the best possible coverage. Provisioning is another feature that allows you to upload a pre-configured profile to selected access points in the network to quickly set up the wireless network within a few minutes. Device maintenance allows regular maintenance tasks such as firmware upgrades and configuration backups to be automated. In this screenshot we have the firmware upgrade selected to be carried out at the required scheduled time. With alarm and log management, VigorConnect records and displays real-time alarms showing the type of fault conditions. The reports list the date, time, alarm type, level and acknowledge status. You can examine the alarm details and system logs to determine the nature of the faults. The log view page displays CPE actions such as inform and CPE parameter changes. And the final feature I'll mention is the responsive web design, abbreviated to RWD. Here the screen display automatically adjusts to suit various screen types and sizes for devices like PCs, tablets and smartphones. I'll now go through how to add and or configure devices to work with VigorConnect. As I mentioned previously, the easy way to add devices to VigorConnect is to use VigorConnect's Discover button. This will automatically configure the TR069 settings on the CPE device, but it might not always work on devices that aren't at their factory default settings. In that case, you might find you need to manually configure the TR069 settings. To do that, we need to log into the Vigor AP or Vigor Switch and go to System Maintenance TR069 Settings. If you've used Vigor ACS before, this will be familiar to you. Here we need to enter the URL for the VigorConnect server, as highlighted here in this screenshot from a Vigor AP903 access point. Clicking on the wizard will bring up a menu that prompts for the required details. All you do here is enter the IP address of the VigorConnect server, that's the PC with VigorConnect installed on it, and the HTTP port number. Leave the handler at the default setting. Next we need to enter the username and password to access the VigorConnect server. These details are configured in VigorConnect in the System Menu Network Management section, as shown here highlighted in the green box on the right side of the page. Here we have the username ACS and a password which is password by default. In a live installation, it's recommended to change that password for security reasons. You may notice too, for the CPE client settings on the Vigor AP903, we're using port 8069. Now we'll briefly look at the VigorConnect web interface and some CPE management options. When you first log into VigorConnect, you'll be prompted to enter the username and password as well as a validation code. The defaults are root and admin123. Once you're logged in, you'll be presented with the dashboard view, which gives you an overview of the devices that you've already configured. I'll quickly go through the menu options available. At the top we have the network menu, which includes the dashboard, monitoring and configuration menu. We saw the dashboard view in the previous slide. The monitoring menu has a number of sub-menus, which are alarm, logs, floor plan and rogue AP detection. The floor plan, as I showed earlier, allows you to plan the arrangement of your access points at your location to work out the best positions for them during deployment. The next menu we have under the network menu is the configuration menu. Here you can use the wireless wizard to discover and configure DrayTek access points on your local area network. The AP profile menu allows you to create a custom profile for the access points and then deploy the configuration. Here we have a detailed view of the AP profile configuration menu. Here you can configure all the parameters for the access point and save it as a profile to upload to other access points on your network. The ability to set up a wireless mesh network has also been added to the latest release of VigorConnect. You'll find it in between the wireless wizard and the AP profile in the configuration section of the menu. Clicking on the Add Mesh Group link will start a wizard where you can add all of the required settings. The next main menu is the System menu. In this section we have the sub-menus Maintenance, Network Management, System, User and About. In the Maintenance menu we can schedule the access points configuration backups and restores, firmware upgrades and see the file manager. At the bottom right we have the scheduled backup profile settings. In Network Management you can set up the username and password that is used for the TR069 settings. You can also delete CPEs from here if they're no longer wanted or if something went wrong and you need to start over. The System menu allows you to configure the system parameters shown here. We'll now look at the system requirements to run VigorConnect. For the server, you'll need a PC running Windows 7, 8, 10 or Linux. Linux was added in the latest release version 1.5.2. Minimum CPU 1.2 GHz quad-core 64 bits, minimum memory of 2 GB and at least 1 GB of storage. If you notice the IP address and port number in the VigorConnect URL in the video, you can work out how to connect to the VigorConnect server from another device or even remotely using just a web browser. Just change the IP address to the VigorConnect server's IP address or the computer name if you're at that network. Obviously, firewalls will block connect requests, so any firewalls on the PC running VigorConnect will need to be configured to allow it. And for remote access, you'll need to forward that port on the router to the VigorConnect server or come in via VPN. To access the VigorConnect server, you can use any device with a web browser, which can be Firefox, Chrome, Opera, Safari, Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. Once again, VigorConnect is available as a free download. To find it, go to draytek.com.au and then look under Products at the top of the page, then under Network Management Tools. I'll include a link to that in the description below as well. Alternatively, go to Support and then Downloads, then scroll down to the Software category towards the bottom of the page. And it's also available on draytek.com. Okay, the takeaway messages from this presentation are VigorConnect is now available. It's a free download from draytek.com.au or draytek.com, so if you want to play around with it, download it and give it a try. Remember, in the network management section, you can delete any devices and start over if you think you might have got it wrong or if you just want to try again from scratch. VigorConnect allows you to manage and monitor access points and Vigor switches on a local area network. It supports up to 100 access points or Vigor switches, and it runs on Windows 7 or higher or Linux in the latest release. Bear in mind, as I showed in the video, if you're using Windows 10, you might find Windows Defender will interfere with the discovery process when adding devices to VigorConnect, so disable that at the first sign of any trouble. Any firewalls will need to also be configured to allow other network devices to access the VigorConnect server webpage if you'd like to do that. Also, Windows Defender Antivirus and probably some others may throw up a false positive during the installation process and will need to be temporarily disabled. Okay, that's about it for now, but please stay tuned. We'll be answering any questions in the live chat on the right of your screen for the next 5 minutes. For more information about DrayTek products, please check out our website at www.draytek.com.au or send us an email to sales@draytek.com.au or just give us a call on 02 9838 8899. Please like and subscribe below, and if you'd like a notification of new Premiere videos we're about to launch or anytime we put up a new video, please give the bell a click too. Thanks and bye for now.